Hey, what's going on? Luke here. And for today's video, we're going to be looking at the final teams for the 2021 home jersey reviews, and those teams are the Warriors, the Rabbitohs, the Dragons, and the Parramatta Eels. Now, we're 12 down, and there's been a few that I've liked, a few that I've disliked. Some of them I'm impartial to, some of them are the exact same jerseys from previous years. Let's look at what these ones are going to be. I don't know if they're going to be good, don't know if they're going to be bad. Are they going to be the exact same as last year's? We're about to find out. But just before we do that, I ask you that if you do happen to enjoy this video, have enjoyed previous videos, go ahead and leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. It is very important, especially with the NRL season coming up and the growth of the channel. It's very important that you do go ahead and give me a like and follow me on social media, do all that sort of stuff. It's just really, really important in terms of growing the channel, and that's exactly what I want to do. So go ahead and do that, but I've already done enough plugs. Let's get into looking at these jerseys. So the first one we're looking at is the New Zealand Warriors, and I was talking about ones that have the same ones every year. Warriors definitely aren't that. I mean, every now and again they'll have the same jersey, but this is definitely different. This is definitely very, very different. I'm assuming there's probably some meaning behind it, maybe some old school sort of jersey. I can't remember what their initial jerseys were, but I feel like there might be similar colours to some of their inaugural jerseys. But we've seen them wear the black and grey for quite a while, and they've gone to this blue, green, and red. Honestly, they're kind of little wing sort of thing. It kind of looks like a little Rey Mysterio mask, if I'm being honest. But they got the Vodafone on the front. I think it flows well. I think all the logos flow well. I actually really do like this jersey. Like I said, it's a little bit of a switch up from previous jerseys, but the Warriors, they are a team that does experiment a lot. I've talked about teams experimenting. Warriors definitely one of them. I joked in, I think the first video I did, said teams these days, they have a jersey for round 1, 2, Heritage, round 17, Women in League, Indigenous, Maori round, Mogo Zoo round. There's just heaps of different ones. They just seem to have a jersey for everything, and the Warriors are a big one for them. So I'm not sure how many jerseys they have in 2021, but I'm assuming they'll wear this one predominantly, being the home jersey, but it wouldn't surprise me if they have 50 other jerseys that they're going to be wearing throughout the season. But look at this one, I do like it. I think the Sky Sports on the side, the little sleeves, I think it looks nice. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of a Rey Mysterio mask, the little wings coming down. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty clean jersey, and it's a nice jersey, and it's something different. It's something nice. Like I've talked about before, a lot of the times at home jerseys, they don't deviate too far away from it. They keep the same colours, keep the same sort of style, maybe a change in a sponsor, a change in a manufacturer. But apart from that, it's kind of the same. You look at the Roosters, Sharks, a couple of those sort of ones who are very, very similar, or they might just chuck in an extra, I don't know, line or something on there. Just something very, very marginal, like a few teams have done. But the Warriors, they are someone who are willing to just come up with something completely random, completely different. Now, I won't go as far to say this is random, and I mean, we've seen Warriors produce some pretty bad ones. I remember last year I did a video, they had that like yellow and black checkered sort of one. I wasn't a big fan of that, but apparently there was some meaning behind it. So for the Warriors, as much as they are random, there's also some sort of theme behind it. So for this one, it kind of goes with their new logo. Well, not new logo, but one they've used the last couple of years. They're not using the black and the grey that they have. And I feel like this one, it sort of takes them away from being just a New Zealand side, especially seeing they're playing in Australia probably predominantly. So I think it's just a cool little jersey. And for this one, I'm going to give it actually a 9 out of 10. Now we move on to the Rabbitohs. We just got done talking about the Warriors who change things up. The Rabbitohs never do. And honestly, I understand because they're a traditional club, kind of like the Roosters, what I was talking about. They're one of the foundation clubs. You don't want to switch it up too much, but I mean, even in terms of their away jersey, the Rabbitohs home and away is literally the same, but instead of having black there, the away has white. Like, it's very basic, and I'd love for them to switch it up a little bit. I remember a few years ago, they had that one which was kind of like a different shade of green, and it had the red in the middle, and it didn't have like the full stripes. It just had one little red patch in the middle. I thought that was quite nice. Kind of do remind me of like a Charity Shield jersey or something that they wear in that. But just looking at the jersey, I mean, it's nice and clean. I feel like the little black patch on the arm is a little bit more predominant, a little bit bigger this time. Got like the little black stripe on the shoulders as well. Aqualand flows really nice with the stripes, in my opinion, so I do like that. All the logos look nice. I think it is a nice, clean jersey. Goes well with the black shorts. Overall, it is a nice looking jersey. It's just a matter of they never change it up. So it's hard to sort of look at them and rate them so high because it's just the same year in, year out. So I suppose the old saying is if it's not broke, don't fix it. But at the same time, I just like them to switch it up a little bit. But maybe not for the home jersey, I should say. Maybe for the away jersey, but they don't even do it for the away jersey. So, I mean, the Rabbitohs, I'll give them a 7 out of 10 just because it's a traditional jersey. It looks nice. Even the little additions that they've made, additions of like a little black stripe and that, it does go quite well. Sponsors look all right. They look nice and clean. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Next up is the Dragons, another one that doesn't change anything. Although they do change up the away jersey quite a bit. I know times I suppose it does help that they've got two different clubs. They've got the Steelers and they've got the Dragons going in. So a lot of the times they just have like the home jerseys is just the straight up red V Dragons, old school one. And then the second one would be the old Steelers sort of jersey or a tribute to them. They have in the past done a couple different designs for their away jerseys, but just in terms of the home jerseys, I mean, you can't really beat the red V. It's not like they're going to change something. I mean, their whole sort of persona, their whole identity is literally that they're the red V. So I suppose you can't go too far away from actually having a red V. It's got to be there somewhere. It's just a matter of, I don't know, maybe they could do something with the white down the bottom. But the sponsors, they look good. The St George logo, always there. And it does go well. It does complement the jersey a lot. Even the white logo, even it just being inside of the V, I do like that. It is quite boring in the sense I miss them having Adidas or whatever there, just to sort of just add something to the jersey. But I mean, the sleeves look alright. I mean, it's just pretty plain Dragons jersey, pretty standard, probably the same jersey they've had for the last 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, 30 years, just a couple of different sponsors and different manufacturers. So for this one, I'm just going to give it a 6 out of 10 just because it's the same old Dragons jersey. But I mean, at the same time, kind of like the Rabbitohs, you can't really do too much with it because it's such a traditional club. There's a lot of clubs that are like that, but Dragons definitely right at the top in the sense that they can't really do too much with the jerseys. Otherwise, fans would be like, what the hell, this isn't even the Dragons. Now, moving on to our final team. I believe this was actually worn by Bryce Cartwright, I think, who just broken his jaw. But just looking at this jersey, I'm pretty sure it is the same jersey that they wore last year. But the blue shade looks a little bit different. I don't know if that's just how they've edited this photo, or I don't know what the go is, but it does look a lot lighter than the previous ones because they have had the sort of darker blue. And Parramatta are actually a team, despite being a traditional side, have swapped up their jerseys quite a bit, even just in terms of colours. Some years they'll go with an all yellow strip, sometimes an all blue. It sort of depends on their feel, I guess. But this one, they've gone with a mostly blue with yellow. It's probably close to a 50-50 in terms of colours, but they've gone with the actual just blue with the yellow stripes, same as last year. I think same as last year. Maybe there's like a marginal difference. I'm sure in the comment section below, someone will let me know. There's probably like a little tiny difference, maybe a sponsor or something. But in terms of just the actual look of it, I actually do rate it. It's nice and clean. They've got the stripes. I mean, when I think of Parramatta, I think of them at least having stripes. And it's usually the yellow stripes. So they've got the blue stripes there. I mean, blue, yellow, whatever you want to look at it, but they have got them there. So there's an element of that, element of history to it, while also looking quite modern as well. So I do rate this jersey. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it about a 7, because it's nothing super crazy or anything. It's nothing absolutely amazing. It's just last year's jersey essentially, but maybe a little bit lighter. But look, it is a nice jersey. It is a clean jersey, and there's not really too much wrong with it. And yeah, maybe it look a little bit different in terms of in person rather than like a Photoshop edit of Bryce Cartwright. But this is the closest I could get because one of the other ones was like a cartoon version with Gutterson wearing it and stuff. So there's that one. Look, it looked alright. I'd love to hear what you guys think. None of them were like absolutely incredible. I mean, the Warriors one was quite cool, but in terms of the rest of the jerseys, they're all kind of basic. But they're also teams that don't really deviate too far away. I mean, the Eels do, like I said, but they're trying to keep it with a little bit of tradition. I mean, they're not making it super outlandish or anything. So I can understand their jersey, but Rabbitohs Dragons, they're exactly the same every year. Just Rabbitohs all of a sudden got a black line on there. So yeah, that's about it. But leave in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on these jerseys? Do you like them? Do you rate them? Do you dislike them? Do you absolutely hate them? Let me know in the comment section. Also, while you're at it, may as well go ahead and give me a follow on social media. It's on the screen right now. It's MrLuke and YT for the most part. I've already talked about it briefly, but it's also very essential that you do subscribe, like the video, do all that sort of stuff. Like I said, essential in terms of growing the channel. The more likes it is, the more eyes that are going to be on the video, the more growth for the channel. So I think it'd be really cool if we can get the channel rolling in 2021, especially after the shit show that was 2020. I'd love to see this channel just grow. And I'm trying to keep a lot more consistent and put a lot more effort into the video. And like I said, if you are enjoying them, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, follow me on social media, do all that sort of stuff. But that is going to be a series wrap for this one. We looked at all the home jerseys. I think we're going to go through and have a look at all the away jerseys, at least some of the good ones, maybe the heritage jerseys. Maybe I can just pick up random ones. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to be looking at other jerseys, probably origin jerseys as well. But leave in the comment section below, are there any jerseys in particular that I should definitely look at? Even some Super League ones, may as well take a look at them. But yeah, so I'm going to wrap up this video. It's going to wrap up this series. Thanks for watching. I'll see you for the next one. See yous.